one of the most important things about hunting, especially mobile hunting, is picking the right tree. And I think a lot of guys don't get that. You know, they just go in and climb a tree pretty haphazardly. I'm really careful about picking my trees. I go in real careful, slow, methodically, and pick. And this video is going to kind of show you why. I went into an area. It's a long point. I was scouting with my stand on my back, looking for some sign, and I ended up camping out on a point that jutted out into some cattails. Had a couple islands off into cattails, and I found some hot sign there. I'd only hunted there once before, and I could have set up in several different ways, but looking at that, there was some buckthorn where the bucks came out. I could have got up in a tree in there, nice and high, in with the green leaves, and shot them at point blank when they came out. Or I could set up back a little bit, get in a tree a little lower where there's not much cover, and shoot to the left or to the right for quite a ways, because the bucks don't always come out where you expect them. And I chose to sit back a little bit and sit with no cover, not very high, only about 17 feet, and have the longer shooting.
Got a cold north wind in my face today. I'm sitting on a point that juts out into a swamp. I hunted here once before, about 3 years ago. Only other time I hunted here. And when I hunted here then, I had about a 100-inch 8-pointer come by me over there. I came out here scouting with my stand on my back, and when I got to the tip here of the point, I found 2 large scrapes that looked like they were just made last night, and a rub that's still wet, and the rub was belly high. So there's something good running around over here, I think, and recently. Every now and then I hear something in the swamp. I think it's a deer. We'll see. The swamp is lacking on cover because there was a drought earlier in the year. Kind of a minor drought that it was pretty dry back here. So the swamp grass and stuff never really grew right and got knocked down. But this particular spot has good cattail cover, good high cattails, a lot of water over in this area. Even when the water was dry, this area had a little. There's an island over there, a small island right here they're both kind of grassy. And in the cattails there's mixed trees. So it has some potential to hold some deer. Right there's a small tamarack island mixed with grass. That's all cattails. And if you look, you can see tamaracks and dead trees in there all over the place. And you can't really see it because of the buckbrush here, but over here there's a long, narrow island that comes to the tip, 50 yards into the swamp. Right under that laying over tree, that's where that 8-pointer came by me last time I sat here. There's a scrape right there. Looks fresh. There's another scrape right there that is certainly fresh. And right on that trail it scrapes on, right over here, it's hidden from our view. There's a really big rub that's fresh. There's a heavy trail coming out right there. Guess he busted me. I never heard him until he was right underneath me. He sure came in paranoid, though. I've been standing for 2 hours because the wind, I couldn't hear anything moving. And that thing still snuck right in. I've had so many squirrels around me, I thought it was a squirrel, and I looked right through the branch here at 10 yards. I could see his rack. He seemed to know something was up. He must have been bedded really close and heard me sit up or something. Because I never heard him come through the cattails or anything. He's probably right in the tip, which is only about 40 yards away. If all I had to do was pick up the bow and shoot him, he was dead. Getting that camera turned on. Sure are spooky out here. I don't know. Maybe I glow. I'm too skylit here. I got no cover. Got him in an area where I was skylit, and he spotted me trying to draw. But one tip here. I almost got him anyways, because when he bolted, I drew anyways, and I followed him. Because they stop quite often after they bolt within range to look back and see what the danger was. And he did. He stopped 15 yards from me after he bolted. But he was behind a tree, and I couldn't shoot. But if he would have stopped just a little bit to the right or the left, he was a dead buck anyway. And it wouldn't have been the first time that I killed a deer, because I drew when they ran and followed them till they stopped. Well, we got a few minutes left anyways. Let's see if another one comes in.
In hindsight, I would have been much better off sitting right in that green cover. I mean, the buck came out where it was expected. The doe came out where it was expected, within 10 yards. I was trying to cover too much ground and trying to cover all the bases when I should have been concentrating on where's the big buck going to probably come out at. And I set up incorrectly. I may not have gotten the buck, but it is Christmas today, and it is about 14 degrees out. Notice I'm wearing a jacket for once. And Carol got me a good gift I'm going to share with you. I just love this. This was my Christmas gift. A serial killer spoon. The serial killer's choice weapon. How many times have I said, I would rather fight a grizzly bear with a spoon than walk through the city of Milwaukee without a handgun? I got my spoon.
Ain't it gonna be fun dragging them out of here?